I'm really a nub. I'm not even gonna... If you guys figure that one out, yeah. I'm really a nub. I feel so bad. Okay. I'm gonna make my caster checklist. So Eclipsis is pushing out again. We've got... They're all floating money bags. They've got some minerals to spend, so 7th Fleet's gonna want to spend them. And I'm making my cash list. 1. Switch the scene. 2. Mic's on. Anyways, but you guys will be able to get the local recording after this, which is the saving grace. And Shapig's corruptors are going off into the void. I don't know where. They're going backwards. It's awesome. Gonna grab some farm. Woodle's still kind of still trying to kite it away. Existential still trying to kite it away. Beggy saying, "I've got 7 armor and reinforced hull and pair bots. I don't care." And protective field. Existential going around the outside. So 7th Fleet. Don't know if Eclipse sees this. The Phantoms are out. Eclipsis, if they cut across. No, instead they're going to bear down on this BC. They're not going for Existential. They may be worried about him being a warp point. At this point, 7th Fleet is probably going to go back and warp on him. Does Eclipsis see this? Yep, someone see... That's... unfortunately too much green. It probably is just Eclipsis seeing him. The 7th Fleet is not warping on him. And Beggy's saying, "Hey, get out of my lane. It's my lane." And Set and Katie are coming back up as support. And nice, the Phantom ate the lockdown. Now with 375 energy, it's not the end of the world, but for BC, if you lock down the wrong ship, that can mean the difference between winning and losing the game. And Shapig needs to upgrade. Though he's not a floating money bags, he's actually spent everything, but Luigi may be calling for him to do level 5 corruptors on Shapig with 650 energy, quite respectable. 18 inch from Luigi. Solely going for the damage, which is gonna hurt. It's forced Skywalker to get ass spray and energy. May not have been what he wanted to do, but you gotta deal with those ints. And you have to deal with the corruptors. And if you can make the other team react to what you're doing, then you've won the game. Or you're a long way towards winning the game. Okay, folks. So, 7th Fleet's gone pushed back. Who's gone upgrading? The Raven's gone back to upgrade. Looks like may or may not see Warp Trick. No, it looks like they're just going to tough it out in the middle. Set does have the core. And he can just keep bringing out those hallucinations. I call them hallucinations, other people call them phantoms. And who's saying hello? Yeah, I know, Ma. I was muted. 8 minutes of agony. You guys are gonna be waiting. Yeah. Ma, please poke the other account. Alright, so Eclipse is pushing 7th Fleet again. Let's take a look at the farm cam. Who's got the farm cam? Guys, come on, here we go, PC. 2800 farm for Eclipses and 2600 farm for 7th Fleet. So the gap widening slightly. Oh, I'm gonna hear this from all of you for the next 2-3 minutes. Pass the word along, folks. I'm just telling fellow clanmate Ma to pass the word along to the rest of you fine folks in the StarCraft chat channels. I apologize. Hopefully I can make it up with some decent casting and uploading these casting replays later. Okay, so what do we got? 7. So still having the Levy Wars, so we just switch back to the bottom to harass. Still at 18 ints. Eclipsis is going to go back to upgrade soon because they're just floating money bags. I need a better word for phrase than floating money bags. I'm up for suggestions. Parasite, Crystal Acid. Who's got the Parasite right now? Let's find out. Does anyone have the Parasite? No, not at this point in time. Not that I believe. Yep. Yeah, no Parasite. So, Simply Spade is going to be looking to get a Parasite off. He's probably going to be trying to get one of the supports or get Luigi. Basically, anyone is going to be a prime target for phantoms. I call them hallucinations. And Eclipsis going back to upgrade. Is Shapig going to stay out and they're going to warp on him? Possibly, possibly not. Nope, looks like they're going out normal. And we have an observer from Eclipsis here. Just going to keep an eye on things. You don't want to have it, you don't want to risk it getting killed by a storm, but that's always an option. So really Eclipsis is setting itself up for the later game. Eclipsis is going to be patient. Okay, 7th Fleet is backing off. And I'm going to check my X-split again, folks. Because as usual, I apologize 5 million times over. We will have casting awards, and this will be one of the derps of the casting. Alrighty. Shapig is just pushing around with his 13 tenths, 13 bile. He's now got Frenzy, so you gotta watch out for him. And it's again yet another thing to energy deny. That's what 7th Fleet is gonna have trouble with. Existential, 14 tenths, 8 bile. Skywalker, 15 tenths, 2 bile, so basically just armor 10. Simply Spade, now he's starting to get Acid Spore. He's really trying to get tanky. Woodle's going for the extra DPS he had now. So you have scan lockdown pods, because you've got to deal with those corruptors. You can ignore them to start with, but then you have to deal with it. And here comes the Chrono Boost from Set. And this is where it really is going to start. You're going to see this start to pay off. You have the Chrono, you have the EMP, you have Blackout on the Terran ships. Yes, I know. Or the Protoss ships. And it's just going to be... This could just eventually lead to contain, because Shapig is going to be able to pump out those corruptors. And we have mines from Beggy. What level mines? Level 0 mines, but it doesn't matter because these mines are going to be around for a while. 10 minutes. So you can just lay a minefield, lay it out in the middle, and then you can run somebody down. Luigi's now 22 interceptors, which is just pounding, which is why the Leviathans are forced to go for so many tents and acid spray. This is looking like Eclipsis is in a pretty strong position. They've been able to control the Leviathans on the opposite side, so instead of, going bile or going for whatever, they now have to deal with everything. There go the mines. Now they know there are mines. Woodles has scan. They can clear them out. Beggy is going to dive in as he usually does, but they're backing off because Eclipsis can take its time. With Chrono Boost and Phantoms, they're going to be in a good position as long as no one derps. They'll go a lot better. And at 30 minutes, Katie needs more lasers. Okay. Who else needs lasers? Whoa, Set, you need more lasers, folks. I'm gonna have a chat with you after. Okay. And Shapig is just gonna try to be a boss. He's not going for a lot of health. He's just going for pure DPS awesomeness to drive the other Leviathan away, and his corruptors can act like meat shields. And of course, Siphon Energy is just going to do that overtime energy deny by Eclipsis. Let's check the farm cam, folks. You think I'd remember who had it up. Alright, 34, just shy of 3,500 farm for Eclipsis and 3,400 farm for 7th Fleet. So they're still staying pretty close, these two teams. Eclipsis is slowly pulling ahead, but ever so slowly. Let's take a look at the individual winners. We got a Blackout on Duality. So Katie did get Blackout. So Shapig is an over 1,000 farmed levy. Everything else pretty much as expected. Skywalker just about 750 farm. Existential, a bit shy of 700, but he's been pounded on the top lane by Shapig and then alternatively Luigi through the game, so he's been having trouble with these corruptors and trying to farm. And Luigi come back in, and Luigi did get feedback, so Eclipsis really can dominate the energy deny here. Because essentially even though they have a Raven and two BCs, They've got options of blackout, EMP feedback, and siphon energy. What level corruptors have we got here? Level 5 corruptors from Shipig. So this is going to be, these corruptors are going to start to hurt. 7th Fleet pushing out. Eclipsis is got, okay, both teams have something, upgrades to do. Beggy definitely has to go back out upgrade. Luigi can stay out a bit longer. And the Observer, the lone Guardian Observer, standing quietly, alone amongst the creep. Alrighty, let's go back to the action here. TCXL just going to be a flying support ship. If 7th Fleet, they have DPS, they have some DPS, they have some missile boat BCs, but they've had their attention split between being casters because they have to deny these 2 support ships, and now Luigi. And but they do have some muscle. Problem is that the this Leviathan's held in check. This Leviathan's getting harassed by Luigi quite thoroughly. So the middle is sort of on its own. 4v4, but 3 support for Eclipsis. Eclipsis is doing a fine job holding the line. And what have we got on Skywalker? We have all the nukes. Bombardment, we have Protected Field, keep him alive, and still have mines. Hasn't been laying down anymore, really. But Beggy is holding the middle of the field, making sure that the support ships don't get run down. Eclipsis is doing a good job of that. We have 9 range on the BCs, so they can't. One of the BCs, Woodles, does not have 10 range. So again, kiting is not going to be quite as effective by 7th Fleet. Simply Spade, 17 spines, still going to need energy. Skywalker just getting pushed back, and this is what's been happening over and over. Let's take a quick look at the farm cam, folks. So Luigi, Luigi giving the cam, so 3,900 farm for Eclipsis and 3,800 farm for 7th Fleet. They're staying pretty even. Again, as I said, if one of the Eclipsis support ships derps, it could change the strategy, could give him a better chance. Skywalker, just sitting there, sitting by the tower. The tower is a good place if your teammates aren't near the tower, can help you clearance off you. But again, Shipig is now starting to go for health upgrades, starting to get big. 9 armor, 18 tense, 13. Rapid regen, corruptors, and frenzy starting to look OP. More mines by Beggy, still level 0, but they're there. They may use them, may not. And where did the Observer, just sitting outside the mothership range on the doorstep, the lone Guardian, saying, hey, guys, it's $5. $5, let me pass. What? You can't do that. You can't run through the gate. But, of course, Simply Spade can't see the tollman, so he can't pay. Kraken Dome's blacked out. They're just pounding Woodles here. They may try to run him down. And again, Shipig is keeping that levy busy, so he can't cut down and help his teammates. Defensive field, saving the day for the meanwhile, unless Beggy's going to try to go for the kill. Don't think that's going to happen. Nuke on Beggy. Beggy's going to be in trouble. They've got to keep Beggy safe. Save text by Luigi, but that's alright, because regardless, 7th Fleet would have had to go around it. Just keep Beggy alive, because without Beggy, Shipig would have to enter into a more tanky role. So, I didn't even see Luigi get that text. Very sneaky. But there's a chrono on Luigi, so his cooldown's not going to be too long. Probably going to be about 2 minutes. And let's see what everyone came up with. So 7th Fleet's come out. The Guardian Simply Spade come out with 21 needle spines just to help with those ints. BCs, will obviously have nuke. Going full spellcaster with a bit of missile boat. Existential, 8 still armor 10 to help with those ints. Duality has defensive field and starting to get all the spells. Does not have blackout yet. And the Eclipsis site set still has phantoms, using some phantoms more selectively. Katie, blackout EMP. And what have we got here? Shipig caught a little bit out, but again, he's pretty tanky. 12 armor. He's got frenzy, but he used it. Nuke on Shipig, which doesn't make sense because he's 1.8. It's just to chase him away to buy 7th Fleet a little bit more time. And again, the hallucination acting as a meat shield. And what do we got on Luigi? Still 22 ins. He went for Vortex instead. Beggy's gonna try to go for the kill, but not gonna happen. 5v1, just not gonna happen. But Shapig can come in and take cover because he's still at full health. And Set warped in. Did he warp in with Cloak? No. No Cloak yet, but just Chrono, Storm, Hallucinations, Phantoms. Sorry, guys. Basically everything. Yeah. And that is what Reinforced Hull does, guys. You just don't die. Ever. Again, more Corruptors from Shapig harassing. Well, it's still level 5, but that's okay. Because Shapig still is pretty strong in his own right, 13 bile. And I hear from the fine folks messaging me. The stream's up again, guys. I am sorry for that earlier fiasco. This is the early bumps where you can just go back and laugh at it. Have a drink and say, guys, remember that time I was casting the game for 15 minutes and no one could see anything? Or first no one could see anything, then no one could hear anything the whole time, so it was a blank stream the whole time. But, yeah. Okay, so, what do we got here? So again, 7th, just trying to farm it up. Luigi basically harassing the 4 of the team by themselves. Farmland getting skewed. So, Eclipsis Eclipsis could cut across. Nope, they're not going to take that. They're just going to keep pushing, keeping to apply the pressure, which 7th Fleet must surely be feeling at this point. Because Eclipsis has done a pretty good job. They survived the early game, and now they can control the late game and do what they please. Skywalker's starting to get big. 9 armor, 18 tenths, 11 bile. 1.8, which is what's needed. But again, doesn't match up to Shapig. But the 2 Leviathans together, that could be interesting. Of course, Set does have force field, so he's basically canceling out all the bile. So unless the Leviathans can just get on top of Shapig and some other stuff happens, we're not going to see anything. Beggy again, just diving in there, applying the pressure, and the support ships are saying, hey guys, we'll tag along like little ducklings. And Luigi already has 450 energy, so that EMP doesn't hurt him at all. The nuke comes off by Woodles. Now Kraken Domes does have another nuke, but if he just keeps getting energy denied, he's not going to have that much chance to use it. Shapig just lying down the line of Corruptors. Laying down the line. Okay, let's check the farm. Let's check the farm cam. Who is my farming hero for the day? Woodles. Oh, thank you, Woodles. Brought to you by Woodles. 4,600 farm for Eclipsis and 4,400 farm for 7th Fleet. So now we're starting to see the Corruptors pay off. We're now starting to see all the pressure pay off. Last time we checked in, it was about a 100 farm lead. Now it's about a 200 farm lead for Eclipsis. And again, if you can just keep applying the pressure and keep giving that map control, then you are in a good position indeed. They do, 7th Fleet does have quite a bit of DPS, but just simply doesn't match. And whose ping was that? And who is the farm cam? No one has a farm cam. There we go. That was existential. Kraken Domes is blacked out. They may try to push for a kill here, but he's still full up. Luigi does have tech, so if Eclipsis overextends, then Luigi still has an option for a save text. Duality seems to have I think some new comps are in order, says Simply Shade. And Shapig is really getting tired of PDDs, but you know, he's doing a pretty good job. And I can't say what the issue is. So we're just gonna hang tight. They may be blaming me as a caster, unfortunately. Hopefully not, because I enjoy casting this. This is where it'd be nice to set on this referee, because otherwise what do you do? Just checking, taking tabs. Gonna have another sip of my coffee and my blueberries, because blueberries are awesome, antioxidants and who knows, but they're very tasty. Excellent casting food because you can't hear me chew them. At least I hope not. So for anyone just joining the stream, or anyone who just watched the muted cast, this is Game 3, 7th Fleet versus Eclipsis in the quarterfinals of NA Tournament 7. This is the sudden death Game 3, so whoever goes on to this goes on to the semifinals. And let's go. I'm going to go check the forums right now, see what the status is of the rest of the day and the matches. Are they going to be playing 7th Fleet or Nephilim? Sorry, Mace or Nephilim. And the teams, oh, they sound like they're ready. Still no result. Still no word about Mace versus Nephilim. So we'll just have to hang tight. And we're still waiting, guys. Still waiting on the word. And Eclipsis is ready, because I was just about to play some music for you folks, so you guys will just have to wait for the next PP. Alrighty, so Existential getting saved by D-Matrix, but that may not be enough to help him. Everything, Existential's down by Beggy. Beggy must be pretty happy, because he's been doing a lot of work pushing. Skywalker's in trouble because he's defensive field goes up on him too. And Eclipsis is going to try to make the trades. Now last game we had the trades and they did not go so well. Looks like Skywalker is going to live to see another day. Going to live to fight Darth Vader. Going to go live, go build his lightsaber, rebuild the Jedi Order. And look at this, Eclipsis. Despite this, Eclipsis is still looking in fine shape. They have energy for what they want. They still have health, and 7th Fleet is looking pretty in a sorry state. I don't know if this is going to be the contain of the game. Luigi with his 25 ins, and he still has text to save. You can have Contaminate from PCXL. Set has not gone cloaked, but he doesn't really need it at this point because we have some options to save. It hasn't been dropping down that many phantoms lately. It could be because of micro issue. It's sometimes hard to make. And what is Pig saying? What could have possibly happened? Evelyn's trying to comfort him. As long as Shapig didn't donate 1,000 minerals to 7th Fleet, we should be good. But it's not bad enough to PP. Beggy's just leaving a little crumb trail of mines. Crumb trail, poop trail, whatever you want to call it. And we don't know what's wrong with Shapig, but he's nothing is looking wrong. He's got 27 10, 16 armor, 13 bile. He's very, very beefy. Woodles has nuke, couple of spells, sort of spell cache, 400 energy, 10 lasers, 8 missiles, just some more energy and speed. Everyone's should be at 1.71, 11 range on Kraken Dome, so he only has 6 missiles, so it doesn't do much. Duality, no blackout yet. And then we're starting to lay the mines out. Eclipsis is going to be warping in on Shapig, because Shapig can just stay out there as long as he wants. There's the warp in. There's the bombardment. And everyone is full up on energy. Just applying the pressure. Okay, nuke going off, and that's barely going to chase Shapig away. Shapig may just tank this. Nope, he's going to run away. Feedback. And there we go. Shapig's going to come back in the game in a couple of seconds. Unless you can get the person to stay still, catch them as stasis or vortex, it's really difficult. Nukes are more effective at saving measures. No one wants to take a nuke in the face. Except radioactive man. There go the interceptors. What is Beggy's story looking like? Beggy going, okay, 12 lasers, 13 armor. He's just really doing an awesome job tanking the team. Duality's doing his best. He's trying to deny. but it's very difficult, especially with a chronoed Raven. You just can't win that. Skywalker's doing his best. He's trying to tank for the team, take up the Leviathan position. This is not looking good for 7th Fleet, and Shapig is working away at that top tower. And, oh yeah, they lost the bottom tower. Goodness, okay. Things are moving fast, but Eclipsis is pushing forward, applying the pressure, having a bit of revenge for last time. Beggy's putting mines on the doorstep, and they are going to try to keep this contained. This tower is going down, and the lone observer observes everything. And such just has to remember not to storm where the observer is. 1 second, everybody. Sorry guys, real life intervenes, but coming back, everything still looks fine for Eclipsis. Let's check out the farm count. And I didn't check for a while. 5,700 farm for Eclipsis and 3,900 farm for 7th Fleet. Eclipsis is just pulling away on this full contain. It really hurt to lose Existential because they lost the DPS. We have Broods from Sibley Spade, but he's just starting the Broods. 400 energy, enough for them, but only 3. Not much damage. Luigi could just clean those up with his interceptors pretty quickly. And this is looking not like a reverse of last game, but a pretty tight contain. Eclipsis just doesn't have to get cocky. They don't want to lose their support ships. We have Transfuse on PC, so you can keep the Corruptors alive and help Shapig out. Full support caster from Kraken Domes. Woodle's doing his best, got some extra energy. Luigi warping back with, gonna get more ints. Eclipsis looks like they just robbed a bank, and they're gonna get away with it. And Shapig could just stay here all day and pretty much almost keep up the contain. Luigi warping in, 26 ints, and now he has shield recharge, so he can stay here all day if he wants, because with Chrono, energy is almost free. And Beggy is still laying down the mines, because he doesn't want this team to leave, and if they do, they're going to pay for it. What level mines we got? Still level 0, but you know what doesn't matter? The psychological effect of hitting something that's cloaked and you get damaged works well enough. And look at this, fully contained. And then they're not activating the mines. They may be waiting. They don't want... No, they did activate some of the mines. And between the Corruptors, the mines just damaged them on their way out. So now they have to face all these Corruptors. Still level 5. Shapig could start to upgrade that. Shapig doing his wiggle thing. Does that a lot. Luigi's still coming in. Gotta help out Shapig. Say, hey guys, let's be serious here. Beggy coming back in with Siege now, only level 12 lasers, but that's fine because with Chrono you'll be able to shoot faster, and with all the other containment and DPS Eclipsis has, this could be pretty effective contain. Set coming in, no cloak, doesn't need it, just more energy. Probably cooldown on Chrono. Averlin coming in, more energy, a little bit more damage. Beggy is sieged up at the base. I don't even know where this observer is. I think the observer was died in the crossbar. That's okay. Attacks underneath the mothership. Now they could damage the mothership directly, which may actually be the way they may win this game. Let's check out the farm cam, folks. So 6,400 farm for Eclipsis and 4,200 farm for 7th Fleet. Shapig with 2,200 farm as a levy. Very OP. Guys, I don't know if I believe this. 37 tenths on Shapig. I've never tried that. 13 bile, 18 armor. And of course, he's incredibly big. Just like Existential got last game. Woodles is going to go down, just cannot handle that DPS. And the mothership is going to be destroyed before the rest of these ships are. Luigi's just launching his interceptors, level 26. at level 26. PC now is Shockwave, though don't know how that would help. Mothership is going to go down. This is going to be win by Mothership kill. And PC wanted to get off. There we go. There's the GG from Kraken Domes. GG's all around. And Eclipsis is going to be cleaning things up. So this was Game 3, 7th Fleet versus Eclipsis. So Eclipsis is going to move on to the semifinals versus I don't know who yet. But they're going to be moving on. And 7th Fleet is going to be moving down into the losers bracket. Eclipse avenged themselves from NA6, where 7th Fleet knocked them out at the semifinals. So thanks everybody for watching. This is Artemis, your friendly neighborhood, slightly nublet caster.